points for 4 things men secretly want in a woman but won't say. 1, emotional support. Men crave a safe space where they can be vulnerable without judgment. 2, respect and admiration. They want to feel valued, appreciated, and seen as capable. 3, loyalty and trust. A man desires a woman who stands by him through thick and thin. 4, playfulness and fun. They love a woman who can be lighthearted and enjoy life. 5, confidence and independence. Men admire a woman who has her own goals, dreams, and passions. 6, physical and emotional affection. They seek warmth, touch, and genuine emotional connection. 7, understanding and patience. A man desires a woman who can handle his ups and downs with grace. 8, feminine energy and positivity. Now here's the motivational speech in the requested style. There's something men won't tell you, something they won't say out loud, but deep down they feel it, they crave it, they long for it. Not just in any woman, but in the woman, the one who truly understands them, who reaches into their soul without even trying. Because the truth is, men don't always express what they really need. They carry the weight of the world on their shoulders, expected to be strong, to have it all together. But inside they want something simple, not perfection, not a fantasy, just something real. They want to be respected, not just for what they do, but for who they are. The way you look at a man, the way you speak about him when he's not in the room, that means everything. He won't say it, but he wants to feel like your hero, like the man who can take on the world with you by his side. Because when a woman admires her man, he will move mountains for her. And beyond admiration, there's something even deeper. Loyalty, the kind that doesn't waver when life gets tough. A man needs to know that when the storms hit, you won't run. That you'll stand with him, fight beside him, believe in him even when he doubts himself. That kind of loyalty, it's rare, it's powerful, and it's what turns an ordinary connection into something unbreakable. But here's what most people miss. Men love a woman who brings lightness into their world. Life is serious enough. They want a woman who laughs with them, teases them, plays like a child, but loves like a queen. A woman who doesn't just exist in his life, but makes life feel like an adventure. Because in the end, it's not about just surviving, it's about living. And then there's the silent longing, the one they never put into words. They need a woman who knows her worth, who walks with confidence, who doesn't need a man but chooses him. A woman who is strong in her own right, who chases her own dreams while standing beside him as he chases his. That kind of woman, that's the woman he never forgets. So no, men may never say these things out loud, but they feel them. They dream of them, and when they find a woman who embodies them, they will never let her go. Respect is not just a word to a man. It's the foundation of how he perceives himself and his place in the world. It's not about feeding his ego or blind admiration, but about something deeper. The need to feel valued, appreciated, and recognized for who he is and what he brings to the table. A man won't always say it, but he watches how the woman in his life treats him, the way she speaks to him, the way she speaks about him when he's not around, the way she acknowledges his efforts. It all matters more than he will ever admit. Respect isn't about agreeing with him all the time. It's about believing in him, making him feel like he is capable, like his thoughts and decisions hold weight. It's about making him feel like a man, not by stroking his pride, but by trusting in his ability to lead, provide, and protect. Nothing deflates a man more than feeling unappreciated or constantly criticized. If he feels like nothing he does is ever good enough, if his opinions are dismissed, if he's belittled, even in small ways, he may never say a word, but he will slowly pull away. On the other hand, when a woman truly sees his value, acknowledges his efforts, and stands by him even when the world doubts him, he will go to the ends of the earth for her. Respect is the silent fuel that drives a man to be better, to work harder, to push through challenges. When a man feels respected, he feels unstoppable. And when he finds a woman who gives him that unwavering belief, she becomes the one person he never wants to disappoint, the one he will protect, cherish, and fight for with everything he has. Loyalty is more than just being faithful. It's about standing beside him when the world turns against him. It's about proving time and time again that no matter how hard things get, you're not going anywhere. A man won't always say it, but he craves the kind of loyalty that makes him feel safe, the kind that reassures him that he doesn't have to constantly look over his shoulder, questioning if you'll still be there when things aren't perfect. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. A man knows that when everything is going well, it's easy to stand by someone. But what truly matters to him is whether you're still there when he's struggling, when he fails, when he's lost, when he doesn't have all the answers. He won't always show it, but he notices who claps for him when he wins and who holds him up when he's falling. Loyalty isn't just about words, it's about action. It's in the way you defend him when he's not around, the way you choose him even when there are other options. The way you remind him that you're a team and that you're in this together. A man may not always know how to ask for this kind of security, but he feels it deeply. He wants to trust that no matter what happens, you won't walk away at the first sign of struggle. Nothing makes a man more devoted than a woman who stands beside him through every high and low, never making him feel like he has to earn her loyalty. Because when a man knows that your heart is truly with him, he will do everything in his power to make sure you never regret choosing him. There's something about a woman who can make life feel light. A woman who doesn't take everything so seriously, who knows how to laugh, how to play, how to turn even the simplest moments into something fun. A man won't always say it, but he craves that energy, the kind of playful, effortless joy that makes being with her feel like an escape from the heaviness of the world. Life is already filled with stress, responsibilities, and expectations. A man is constantly under pressure to perform, to succeed, to provide. But when he's with a woman who can joke with him, tease him in a way that makes him smile and bring a sense of adventure into everyday life, it changes everything. He doesn't just want love, he wants joy with the person he loves. It's not about being childish, it's about being alive. It's about the way she laughs at his dumb jokes, the way she surprises him with spontaneity, the way she makes him forget, even for a moment, about the weight he carries. That playfulness creates a bond that goes beyond just attraction. It builds a friendship, a connection that lasts. A man will never forget the woman who makes life feel exciting, the one who brings out his carefree side, who makes him feel like he can let go and just be. Because when he finds someone who adds joy to his world instead of draining it, he will never want to let her go. Confidence is magnetic. There's something undeniably powerful about a woman who knows her worth, who walks with a quiet self-assurance that doesn't seek validation, but simply is. A man won't always say it, but he admires a woman who has her own dreams, her own passions, her own sense of purpose. A woman who doesn't need him to complete her, but chooses him anyway. Independence isn't about pushing a man away. It's about showing that you bring value to the relationship beyond just being there. A man is drawn to a woman who has her own ambitions, who isn't afraid to stand on her own 2 feet, who continues to grow and evolve whether he's in the picture or not. It's not about competing with him. It's about complementing him, being a partner who brings something more into his life rather than expecting him to be her entire world. There's something deeply attractive about a woman who carries herself with confidence, who doesn't shrink herself to make others comfortable, who owns her strengths and embraces her flaws. A man notices when a woman walks into a room with grace, when she speaks with certainty, when she doesn't rely on external approval to feel worthy. That kind of energy is unforgettable. A woman who knows her value makes a man rise to meet her. She challenges him, inspires him, makes him want to be better, not because she demands it, but because her presence alone makes him step up. And when a man meets a woman who is whole on her own, but still chooses to stand beside him, he will do everything in his power to keep her. Affection is more than just words. It's how love is felt, how connection is deepened, how a man truly knows he is wanted. He won't always say it, but he craves the warmth of a woman who isn't afraid to express her love. Not just in grand gestures, but in the little, everyday ways that make all the difference. It's the way she reaches for his hand without thinking, the way she leans into him when they're sitting close, the way she looks at him like he's the only man in the room. It's in the gentle touches, the unexpected hugs, the small, playful nudges that remind him she's there, not just physically, but emotionally. A man may not always ask for it, but he notices when it's there, and he feels the absence when it's not. Affection isn't just physical, it's emotional too. It's in the way she listens, the way she remembers the little things he says, the way she makes him feel seen even when he doesn't say much. It's in the text that checks in on him during a hard day, in the way she encourages him without making a big deal out of it, in the way she creates a space where he feels safe to let his guard down. A man won't always say how much he needs this, but he does. Because when a woman gives him both physical and emotional warmth, she becomes his peace, his refuge, the one place where he doesn't have to be strong all the time. And when he finds that kind of connection, he holds on to it because he knows how rare it truly is. Understanding is one of the most powerful things a man craves but rarely expresses. He may not say it, but deep down he longs for a woman who gets him, who sees beyond the surface, beyond his silence, beyond the moments he struggles to put his emotions into words. Life isn't always smooth. There will be days when he's frustrated, withdrawn, or lost in his thoughts, not because he doesn't care, not because he's pushing away, but because sometimes he's just processing. And in those moments, what he needs most isn't pressure, interrogation, or frustration. It's patience, a quiet kind of support that says, I'm here, I see you, take your time. A man values a woman who doesn't jump to conclusions, who doesn't assume the worst when he's having a bad day, who understands that sometimes the best thing she can do is simply be there. He won't always know how to ask for this kind of grace, but he feels it deeply when he receives it. It's in the way she listens without immediately offering solutions, in the way she trusts that his silence doesn't mean he's shutting her out, in the way she gives him space when he needs it without making him feel guilty. It's the patience to ride the waves with him, knowing that even when he stumbles, he will always find his way back. A man will never forget the woman who gives him the freedom to be imperfect without fear of being misunderstood. The one who sees not just who he is, but who he is trying to become. And when he finds that kind of understanding, he knows he's found something rare, something worth protecting, worth fighting for, worth keeping forever. There's something irresistible about a woman who radiates warmth, positivity, and feminine energy. A man won't always say it, but he is drawn to a woman who carries herself with grace, who brings light into his life, who makes him feel at home simply by being herself. It's not about looks or perfection, it's about energy. The way she smiles with genuine joy, the way she moves through life with kindness and confidence, the way her presence alone makes the world feel a little softer. A man craves that balance, the contrast to his strength, the calming force that reminds him there's more to life than just the grind, the struggle, the pressure to be on all the time. Men are naturally wired to seek out peace. The world is chaotic enough, and what he truly desires is a woman who brings a sense of ease, not more stress. It's in the way she nurtures without smothering, in the way she supports without controlling, in the way she brings laughter into the mundane. He won't always express it, but he feels it. The way her presence shifts his energy, the way she makes him want to be better, the way she adds value to his life simply by being herself. Feminine energy isn't about weakness. It's about a quiet strength, a knowingness, an effortless ability to create a space where love, passion, and peace coexist. A man is drawn to the woman who knows how to lean into that softness, who embraces her natural glow, who doesn't fight against her essence, but fully embodies it. He may never say it outright, but when a man finds a woman who carries this kind of light, he will do everything he can to keep her in his life. Because she doesn't just make him feel loved, she makes him feel alive. In the end, what men secretly want in a woman is not something extravagant or unattainable. It's the simple, authentic connection that creates a foundation of trust, love, and mutual respect. They long for a woman who understands the depths of who they are without judgment, who celebrates both their strengths and imperfections, and who brings lightness and joy to the journey of life. When a man finds a woman who embodies these qualities, who gives him emotional support, loyalty, affection, understanding, and a balance of confidence and feminine energy, he will cherish her, stand by her, and go to great lengths to nurture the bond they share. These desires are not just wishes. They are the things that create real, lasting love. Deep, honest, and unwavering.